told us that your DNA would be on white wire, be on black bags, be on the green and pink sheet, and be on scuffy rope. You know that you just named off everything that's your mother.
This is the exact moment that Amy Day made a crucial mistake, saying something only the killer would know. And as she pretends to be innocent,
your mom was in her own house, wrapped up in garbage bags, and buried in the backyard.
I don't need to know this.
Amy can do nothing but sit back and watch as her life falls apart.
Right now, Amy, your mother was murdered. They just went from a missing person investigation to a homicide, to a murder.
On September 19th, 2015, Judy Schultz received the kind of call no daughter wants to get. Her mother, 79-year-old Oralee Hawkins, was sobbing hysterically, telling her that she was going to Colorado with a friend from church named Rose. Through the tears, she told Judy that she was going to be gone for 6 months. Well aware that this was totally unlike her mother, Judy sped over to Mrs. Hawkins' house in St. Cloud, Florida, only to discover all the lights off and the door locked. Mrs. Hawkins was a dedicated grandmother and mother who would never abandon her children. She had spent her life working as a manufacturer and electrical engineer to raise her daughters herself, and her world centered around her family. Worried, Judy called Amy Day, her sister who lived with their mom. Amy flippantly told her that she was in Gainesville, approximately 3 hours away, and that she would be back tomorrow. When Amy met up with Judy the following day at their mother's house, they discovered all of her winter clothes and her suitcase missing. Judy promptly called the police, who brought Amy in for questioning. Immediately upon her arrival, Amy happily surrendered her phone for forensic examination. Now, if you've watched a single interrogation video, you should know that that was a big, big mistake. Amy, however, is going to try her best to lie her way out of it, though her best is about the same as a kindergartner's.
Hey, Amy. Hey, it's almost done. I thought you forgot to do one more thing. I think you do one more thing, but since we're waiting, I just want to go over a couple more things that we talked about yesterday. Remember yesterday, we talked a lot about that stuff, okay? So, before we get started, we're going to record this, okay? So, today's day is the September 21st, 2015, time is 3:23 p.m. Located at the Sheriff's Office, Osceola County. Detective Joel Guevara, Detective Brett Roller, and can you please state your full name, Amy, please?
Amy Grace Day.
Okay. Again, thank you so much for waiting for us for the phone thing. We're, as you can see, we're conducting a full-blown investigation because we don't know what happened. So we just want to cover every angle and make sure that we got all the steps covered, okay? And due to that, I'm just gonna read some stuff to you, some formalities, okay? It's a full-blown investigation, so I just want to get this out of the way, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You understand that?
Police quickly dive into Amy's timeline of events, including her claim that she was with her partner Carrie on a trip 3 hours away on Saturday and Sunday.
Franny, was that the day that you already had planned to go out of town with your boyfriend, Carrie, or when did those plans come up?
That didn't come up until Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
And who reached out to you? Did Carrie reach out to you, or you reach out to Carrie?
He called me. I missed his call. I called back. He missed my call. Called back, and then I called him back. I mean, we just went back and forth.
Now, around what time those calls started?
I think the first one was like at 7:50, 8 o'clock in the morning because he gets up early. Okay. And then that's the reason I missed his call because I didn't hear my phone ring. When I called back, I don't know what he was doing, but he didn't answer the phone. When he called me back, we talked for a little bit, and then I called him back, and that's when, after that, we were like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? And we kind of decided what we were trying to see if we had anything, if anything was going on. I asked Mom if she had anything going on, if she needed me for anything. And she said no, she was going to be going to church, you know. And I said, okay, I called him back and I said, no, I don't have anything. And he goes, okay, I'll come get you. I said, okay.
And then on Saturday, your mom went out the whole day?
No,
Did she step out of the house?
no, she cleaned on Saturday.
Okay. So she never got in the car, left, or anything like that, went outside, or
Well, she
went outside to...
She went outside when Morgan and Mark came down to mow the grass.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, other than that, she was inside cleaning, and she went outside, out back, you know, for a little bit, and read the Bible. She does that.
So let's go back to Saturday evening, or Saturday night.
Mhm.
When was the last time you heard from your mom?
Between 8:20, 8:25.
That's when you received that phone call, where she was a little bit, you said she was crying.
She wasn't bawling, she was just kind of more of a, it was like a whimper, you know, type, you know, and, you know, she told me she loved me, and that she would call me as soon as she got a chance. I took it as she was going to miss me, or, you know, I mean, I didn't read too much into it. I should have, but I didn't. You know, my mind was probably somewhere else, but I didn't read much into it. My mom, when she says she loves you, you know, sometimes she cries. When she leaves to go to North Carolina, before she leaves, she tells you she loves you, she'll cry. So, I mean, I didn't really read that much into it.
During that phone call, did she give you a timeline when she was supposed to be back, or how long she was going to be gone?
She didn't really give me a timeline. My understanding is she gave my sister a timeline.
And then, after you finished the phone call with your mom, did you and your sister talk?
Yeah, my sister called me. Apparently, after she went down to Mom's house, banged on the door, she didn't answer. Judy called me, asked me if I had heard from Mom. I told her yes. She asked me what she said, and I told her. And Judy told me she told her the same thing, and that she had said she was going to be gone for 6 months, and that there was no way that Mom would miss Christmas with her grandson. And I said, if you hear anything, call me. And I started sending my sister texts. You know, if you hear something, call me. You know, anything happens, and all she would respond with was with the letter K. You know, I told her. You know,
that was Judy, right?
Yeah.
Judy.
I sent her a text saying, I'll be back on Sunday, and she responded with okay, or she responded with K. But I was sending texts. I think the last text I sent her may have been after 10 o'clock.
So how far, like how many minutes, just approximately, it doesn't have to be exactly, and it's kind of hard to go back and quote, except how many minutes after the phone call you got with your mom and ended, and then when you received a phone call from Judy?
15, 20 minutes, maybe.
Unfortunately for Amy, her cell phone records are going to contradict this in a big way. Not only does her phone not show a single call from her mother like she claims, but it doesn't show her calling her mother at all, despite her claims that she repeatedly tried calling her when she wasn't at home. But that's the least of Amy's worries, because other information they found on her phone is even more incriminating, and suggests that she may not have been in Gainesville at all.
So when you got to the house, your sister Judy was in the driveway?
No, she got there right after I did.
Okay.
But it only takes her 2-3 minutes to get from her house down to the house.
So it's about the same area where your dad lives, right?
Right next door.
Okay. All right. That is very close. So you get to the house, Judy gets to the house, keep going.
And we went in, we looked around. Nothing seemed out of place other than the fact that Mom's stuff, clothes, that type of stuff was gone. But, I mean, kitchen, living room, her desk, TV room, where the computer's at, everything was, the back porch, everything was normal. I mean, there was nothing out of place. There was no book out of place. There was nothing in her room that seemed out of place except for her stuff gone.
So while you guys were over there, you guys are noticing that there's just a couple of your mom's stuff. Your mom's stuff are missing. They're not there. That's the only thing out of place.
Yeah.
What kind of conversation you and Judy were having? Who was it? You guys both decided to contact the sheriff's office and report this, or who made that decision?
Me and Judy were talking about it, my Aunt Joy, and we all agreed that it was odd, and, you know, we started going through her address book trying to find, you know, trying to contact people, trying to find this Rose, trying to find anybody who knew Rose. I remembered the church book with the pictures and phone numbers and stuff like that. I went and grabbed it and to see if we could find her, and that's how we had Brute's home phone number, but that's how we got the pastor's number and the treasurer's number, and Judy knew some people she went to school with, and so she took it to make phone calls. Joy said that we needed to contact the sheriff department. We kind of agreed on that, and Judy told me that she was going to make some phone calls and she was going to let me know. And then the next thing I know, she's in the house with deputy.
Did she do that at the house, or she left back to her home?
She left and went back to her own house. I asked her to stay until Joy called because I wanted to hear, you know, the three-way, so that way the three of us could discuss it. But she said that she was on her way back from Pigeon Forge and she hadn't called, and I was like, well, I have Doyle's phone number, his cell phone number, and she goes, no, we'll just wait till she gets back to the house. But I mean, I was wanting to hear what, you know, the three of us have a conversation.
Gotcha. Just to make a
that way,
everybody can make that decision.
A family decision.
Yeah.
But she left and she said she wanted to make some phone calls, and I said okay. I said let me know, and then she didn't call me. Next thing I knew, she was there at the house with the deputy. She never called me because she was coming. She never said she called y'all guys. Nothing. She just showed up.
There's a really good reason that Amy's sister didn't warn her that she was about to call the police. Even though Amy thought she fooled her sister by saying she didn't know what happened to their mom, and she actively believes she's fooling the police, she's about to find out that she's very, very wrong. Because her story has as many holes as a slice of Swiss cheese.
I want to ask you a couple more questions, okay? And I need for you to be completely truthful with me, okay? All right? Base, when was the last time you called, you tried to contact your mom on your phone? When was the last time?
I want to say Saturday night, but I don't know exactly what time. And the next time was from the house. Judy was telling me that she had been trying to call her, and Morgan had been trying to call her, and I tried on Sunday. But since I couldn't leave a voicemail,
Did it at least ring? The phone?
No.
Did it ring?
No, all it said was person you've reached has not set up a voicemail. So I assumed, and I know I shouldn't have, it was out of minutes, it was dead, or she had turned it off, or she turned the ringer. I mean, you know, and I knew she didn't have a phone charger.
Okay.
And I honestly thought she would call whenever they stopped.
Okay.
So I really wasn't too concerned.
Okay.
And then when Judy told me they'd been trying to call her, then...
Okay. How about if I tell you that the last phone call that you ever did to your mom was on September 18th, which was Friday night, just before 11 o'clock at night. Will you be surprised about that? It's based on your phone information.
Very.
Okay. And then the call history, you know how you go through the call history and then you can remove calls from the actual call history log. What's removed? What's deleted?
I don't delete my call history.
Okay. Why not? That's coming straight from your phone, a phone that you own, the phone
Well,
that
I
you
mean,
use.
I understand that, but there's no reason for me to delete it. I mean, I have no reason to.
Okay. All right.
And I know that I called my mother cell phone but after the 18th. I know I did.
You said that you have an E-Pass account,
Mm-hmm.
your mom has an E-Pass account,
Mm-hmm.
and then Carrie has an E-Pass account, right?
Right.
When Carrie picked you up at your mom's house at your residence, you guys left in Carrie's car, which is a black Mustang, and he didn't pay the toll. He went through the E-Pass section, right? He didn't stop. Did he pay in the attendant, and he went through he did not pay attention. He just went right through the SunPass E-Pass lane without stopping.
When we went through the Kissimmee Park, it went through, but whenever the rest of them, he did pay because, well, I guess his E-Pound account was low. I don't know.
Okay. Well, will you be surprised, or I would like to know what you would say if I told you that the last time that account was used was earlier this month? Carrie's account, yes. And there's absolutely no record on him going through E-Pass or anything like that.
Yes, that would surprise me.
Okay. So I'll give you already two things. You understand what I mean?
I understand.
That I'll be able to confirm based on the information I'm getting and stuff like that.
I understand.
To confirm. So.
I mean, but I can't give you an answer, but I mean,
Okay.
because I don't understand, but it does surprise me.
Let's swap shoes for a moment. You know, how will you feel about that? You've been in my shoes, getting those stuff right now. I just want to know what happened to your mom. You know what I mean? What happened to your mom and stuff like that. And I just want you to be honest with me. You ain't left town. You know, look how you left town. You know, I was hanging out here, yeah, with another friend, but you understand what I mean? So when you got those things, just kind of a couple exclamation points and a couple flags are coming up. You understand what I mean?
I understand, and I don't have an answer for you because I don't understand, and I do want to know what happened to my mother.
Amy doesn't have an answer for the cop because she wasn't expecting anyone to figure out her lies this quickly. Obviously, we aren't working with a criminal mastermind here. The SunPass is an automatic transponder that pays tolls in Florida when you're driving, similar to an Easy Pass in other parts of the country. Every single toll you drive through is documented, and neither Amy nor Carrie's transponder showed them on any toll roads in Florida, despite the fact that they would have to pass through several if they were really in Gainesville. But cops don't just have the Easy Pass to tell them Amy is lying here. In time, Carrie is happy to do just that.
I have no idea what's going on.
That's what we're trying to find out.
I know.
And the only thing we ask from people, to help us out,
And
is just to be completely honest with us.
And that's what I am. I'm being completely honest with you. Because I want to find my mother.
Yeah, we want to find your mother too.
And
Right now, all we care is your mom's
yes,
safety.
that's all I care about.
Okay. Going back to your banking situation. You got your own account, and your mom has her own account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys bank in the same bank?
No, I bank at PNC. She banks at CFE.
PNC, which one's that one?
PNC is it's directly across from Dairy Queen.
Okay. Across the street, like from Subway area around there?
No, you have Dairy Queen, and then you have like Prescription Unlimited.
Gotcha. Yes,
and,
yes.
Well, yeah, and Subway is there on the corner. Yeah, so it's right here. PNC. That's my bank. She banks at CFE. I have her account information. She has my account information.
What can you tell me about, has been any deposit made to your account?
Mom wrote me a check for $2,500 that I did a mobile deposit for.
A mobile deposit?
Yeah,
Is it a check or a mobile deposit?
It's a check, but on my PNC has an app where you can do what's called a mobile deposit. You take a picture of the check and then it goes to your account after a few days.
And what's that check at?
I gave it back to her. All I have to do is sign the back of it, and then you have to put forward mobile deposit only, is what you do.
So she writes it, and what day was that? What day was she wrote that check?
That was on the morning of the 19th.
19th, that's Friday.
Okay. paid 20. No,
No, it's Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday?
Saturday
Okay.
morning.
I'm sorry.
Saturday,
I
yeah.
apologize.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss my days. Sorry. Yes. You're right. I apologize. My bad.
That's
Saturday.
okay. Yeah, morning it's Saturday.
Okay. All right. So she paid for your ticket for Ohio, and she used what card?
The CFE Platinum
Okay. That's a debit card or a credit card?
credit card.
Credit card. And then she also gave you a $2,500 check. And you said what?
Just for me to go into my account to have, so that way she worried, that way I had money and just in case I needed anything, she wanted to make sure that I was safe and taken care of. She didn't want me to have to, if I needed to get back or if I needed something or something happened, she wanted me to be able to have the money to do it.
If only Amy cared about her mother as much as her mother cared about her. Amy claims to be moving to a job in Ohio where she will work as a paralegal. Previously, she worked for Greater Orlando Aviation Agency, but was urged out with a $20,000 severance check due to erratic behavior. There's a reason behind that erratic behavior, one that puts all of her actions and need for money into perspective.
So being here right now and asking you that about your phone, about the phone calls, and about the e-pass. And now this all comes to light about, now there's actually a wire check deal, check transfer to your account. You understand what I mean? This didn't come up last night, early today. They didn't come up earlier and stuff like that.
I didn't think anything of it, really. I mean,
Come on, Amy. Don't you think that would have been important?
it is, but I mean, I can't remember everything when I'm that tired. My brain.
I'm tired too.
I understand that, but I mean, your brain works different than my brain. Mine is going at 100 miles an hour. I'm trying to remember everything. I'm trying to be able to tell y'all everything, and I'm trying everything I can to give y'all all the information that you need. Be completely truthful with you and try to remember everything. And sometimes I can't. And I'm sorry for that, but I can't remember everything all the time when I'm trying so hard to remember everything to be able to tell you guys. But my mom giving me money is not anything that's unusual. Buying a ticket for me is nothing unusual.
What do you think Gary's going to say when we contact him? If we contact him. What do you think Gary's going to say?
That he came pick me up at 5 o'clock and he dropped me off. And he's going to tell you that he paid for the tolls and doesn't know why his SunPass didn't register.
You just think I don't understand. He's like, you're telling me some information here about the phone calls that you made for your mom, tried to receive from your mom. You're telling me that. Then, however, when we go to your phone, you give it permission to see, to take a look, stuff like that. Your phone is giving us a complete different story of what you're sharing with me.
I can't answer you on that. I have absolutely no idea. I don't know why my phone is doing what it's doing. I don't know what's going on with my phone.
It doesn't matter if you delete or try to get rid of some information, the phone always keeps that information.
I understand that, but I mean, I don't understand. I don't know why my phone is doing what it's doing. I don't understand. I can't give you an answer. I don't know enough about phones. I cannot give you an answer on this. I know what I did. But I can't tell you why my phone is not telling you that. I can't. I wish I could.
We're trying to get to find your mom.
I understand that.
Okay. Your mom is very important to you. I can see that you love your mom very much.
Very.
But
I would do anything to
you're
find
telling
out.
us some information. You try to confirm that information. That information is completely the opposite of what you're telling us. Contradict with what you're telling us. You understand what I mean?
I understand.
So I just want you to understand in what kind of position that puts me. You understand what I mean? So I'm not saying I have doubts on you with you, but like I said, you just bring some red flags. And I'm just trying to sit down here with you right now and be able to, for you and me to put our heads together and try to be able to understand all the pieces of the puzzle. You understand what I mean?
I understand.
And the only thing I ask for you to is to be completely honest.
And I am being.
Okay. I just don't want you to hinder yourself by holding information, by lying to me. I don't want you to do that.
I'm not. And I honestly cannot answer why my phone is not telling you what I'm telling you, because it should be.
That's correct.
I mean, it should be telling you exactly what I'm telling you. My phone should indicate all of that.
That is correct.
And I don't know why it's not. I cannot answer you on that. I'm sorry, I don't know. But it should be telling you exactly what I'm telling you.
I can tell you exactly why her phone isn't telling the cops what she's telling the cops. She's lying. Poorly. The location of Amy's phone indicated that essentially she was at her home for the entire day that her mother went missing. The trip to Gainesville never happened. The entire time she claims to have been 3 hours away, she was holed up in her mother's house. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what she was doing there.
I'm being completely honest with you. I'm trying to remember everything. I'm trying to remember every word, every conversation, everything, like minute by minute. And everything is just getting all jumbled. I can't remember times.
My job description, my job is to get the facts, investigate, talk to people, and assist the family. You understand what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do.
I know.
Okay? And then when everybody puts all the effort and everybody has roles. You understand what I mean? I got my role and stuff like that. The information I get from you and the family members that you guys put on the table is what I take and I run with it.
I know.
You understand what I mean? And that's what that get the machine going.
I know.
You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's what when we get the conclusions and stuff like that, confirm this, confirm that, and stuff like that. That's what investigations are.
Yeah.
Taking all the facts, can be able to confirm, look into it, do research, and we get the answer. Mm-hmm. Okay?
I understand.
So the only thing I ask you, Amy, is for you to be completely honest with me, okay, and be able to think and help me out, and I help you out, and be able to share information and change, be able to share with each other thoughts that we'll be able to understand and to move on, okay, from this hiccup right now that I got. You know what I mean? Right now I gave you 3 things right now that if it weren't for my investigation, you would have mentioned. The situation with the phone now, with the e-pass, and now that transfer, that wire transfer. You understand what I mean? So
the transfer is not unusual.
Okay. Does she does that every month?
Not every month, but she.
How often does she transfer that amount of money to your account for you just to have it?
Every few months.
And why does she does that? If you get your own income and you pay bills, why are you going to give money to her for her to pay bills, for you to pay your half, and then she's giving you a lot more money than what you pay her on a monthly basis to pay bills? I just don't get it.
She's trying to help me get a car.
On the 19th, the very day Mrs. Hawkins called Judy, sobbing and saying she was going to Colorado, she had visited her. In the early morning, she met with her daughter and told her that she was getting into frequent arguments over finances with Amy, and that she believed Amy may have stolen a coin collection and money from her. Amy continues to go over her day with detectives, disclosing that she went to buy cigarettes from a friend, Tasha, but went nowhere else.
When you went to see Tasha to do the thing about the cigarettes, exchange the cigarettes, you went straight home, right?
Yes.
You didn't stop nowhere else?
No.
Okay. You sure about that?
After I left Tasha, yeah.
Okay. So you went from your house straight to see Tasha.
No, wait a minute, wait.
Oh, there it is.
Wait.
There it is.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
Please.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I stopped at, what's that place? It's a storage.
Okay.
I stopped there.
Okay.
And I was there for a couple of minutes, and then I left, and then
Any reason why you stop at the storage? Do you have storage there?
I don't have storage there, but I was going to see about how much it would cost to rent some, because there's some stuff that I'm not going to be taking with me. I can't remember the name of it, but it's orange.
You went inside?
No, they said to call the manager, but nobody, answered. I knocked on the door, but I was only there for a couple of minutes. I backed out and then went straight home. But I was only checking to see how much storage.
Was that on the way to see Tasha? Or that was
No, that was on my way home. That was on my way home.
Okay. I can tell you that there's nothing wrong with your phone. I'll tell you that right now. And I want you to understand, your phone is going to tell me exactly where you've been.
Okay.
You understand that, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here talking to you, because I want to give you the opportunity for you to tell me where you were. Hoping that you'd be honest with me and tell me, prove me wrong, that the information that you're telling me is the same information that shows on your phone. You understand what I'm getting to?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? The only thing I ask from you, Amy, is for you to be completely honest.
I have that.
Okay? But right now, the information I got from your phone is not matching up with what you're telling me or where you've been, or what you have done. And the same thing with the E-Pass. Carrie's E-Pass.
I can't tell you about Carrie's E-Pass.
You understand what I mean?
I can't tell you about that. I don't know. I can't answer you on that.
How much money you have in your purse?
$405. $6.
And where that money came from?
I stopped at an ATM.
Okay. When?
Sunday.
When? Sunday.
I don't know exactly what time.
In the morning, the afternoon?
Morning.
Was before lunch, after lunch?
Before
dinner?
lunch. Before lunch.
Okay. What bank was that?
BB&T.
Where's that one at?
There's one on 192.
Which one is the one that you stopped? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know exactly which one it is. It's on 192. I don't know exactly which one.
Put yourself in my situation, Amy. You see what I'm getting through? I keep giving you a little bit, putting out more things on the table. And all of a sudden, oh my God, boom, ding, a little light comes on. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I am trying. I am trying.
Yeah, as far as giving to me, you give me the assumption that you're holding back. You just don't want to tell me everything.
I'm not intentionally holding anything back. I am trying. I honest to God am trying. I am not holding anything back. I honest to God am trying. I don't have the best memory in the world. But I honest
Me
to God,
neither.
But honest to God,
But in situations like this, very seriously, I'll tell you this right now, I'll make an effort
I'm
to
trying.
really remember.
I'm trying.
And very important things that happen in the day, very big stuff that happened during the day, I'm going to remember. You see for a fact that you remember you meeting up with Tasha to exchange some cigarettes. But you don't remember stopping at the bank, not stopping at the storage, and all that kind of stuff. All that taking half an hour. I just don't get it.
I'm trying. I am trying. Honest to God, I am trying.
Gotta hand it to her. She is trying. To save her skin, that is. Trying to cooperate or tell the truth? Not so much. Later investigation would show that in the days leading up to Mrs. Hawkins' death, $7,000 was transferred from her account to her daughter's. Prior to that, Amy only had $1.87 in her account. A lot of us have been there. 99.9% of us wouldn't kill our mothers over it. But as the kids say, Amy is built different.
This is very important, Amy. It pertains to your mother. The well-being of your mother, where your mom will go, who your mom is with right now. The important mission right now is to get your mom home, safe and sound, back to her daughters.
I'm aware of that. And that's all
And you're
I
not
want.
making it easy right now for me.
I'm not
because-
trying to make it difficult.
Because right now, information I'm getting contradicts completely of what you're telling me, Amy. It's been a long night for you, a long weekend for you and your family. Time is going by. You need to let me know and be completely honest with me what happened this weekend. I feel that you haven't been honest with me completely, Amy. I feel like you're holding things back.
Think about how it makes me sound.
We're humans. We make mistakes.
You don't understand
I understand.
You don't understand my sister. She would take that and she would think that the most horrible person ever walked on this earth, that I put myself in front of my mother, and I don't. But that's what she would think. And so would my Aunt Joy. And I don't. I put my mother first.
Putting her mother first is a big claim when police believe that you're the person who put her in the ground. And police aren't the only ones. Amy's sister Judy had a strained relationship with Amy due to her erratic history and the financial drain she put on their mother. She had heard many tales of Amy stealing from their aging mother and not paying bills.
Now you have the opportunity, Amy, because we have moved on from that, to be able to, for you to put everything on the table
That is everything.
and tell me a little bit more
Well,
to be able to figure out what happened to your mom.
Well, it's going to tell you. I don't know anything else.
The other thing I want to avoid, Amy, is be able to get the information back from the phone company, okay? And that will open something else that contradicts a part of your story. I don't want that to happen. And I need for you to look at me straight in the eyes,
Okay.
with your blue eyes to my dark brown eyes, and tell me, Joel, the phone's gonna show me where I was. I was up in Chief Line, Gainesville.
It's going to show you that.
It's gonna show me that you were up in Gainesville
Yes.
on the weekend. You came back Sunday.
It's going to show you what time I was there. It's going to
Okay.
show you what time I left. It's going to show you everywhere I was at.
And it's gonna show me every phone call they did to Mary and everybody you talked to.
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna
Mary.
show. I'm sorry, that lady that you said you talked to,
Marie.
Marie. I'm sorry,
That was on Sunday.
Mary.
Well, that was on Sunday morning,
Okay.
but yeah, it's
And
going
they're
to
gonna show me even more details. So even gonna show me the phone calls that you say that they disappeared from your phone about your mom. The phone calls that you made to your mom.
yes,
So you're gonna show me everything.
it's going to show you everything,
Inbound, outcalling,
Everything.
outbound, you name it.
everything.
Okay.
It's going to show
So
you
you
everything.
promised to me right now. You swore that it's gonna show me all that.
Hand to God, I swear, it's going to show you everything. And it's going to show you my exact location, times, everything. Hand to God.
Okay.
My mother, I want her home.
I want her home too.
I want to go home right now and see her standing in the living room. That's what I want.
I want to bring her home.
I know. I want to go home and see her standing in the living room.
You know what I have in my heart right now? I want to get you home and get her home and see you guys reunite. That's what I want.
I want to give her the biggest hug. I would never let her go. Never.
What will you do different if you had the opportunity, Amy? If we when we find your mom, what will you tell her? What will you do if we have the power right now to take, let's say there's a remote, to hit rewind? What will you do different?
I wouldn't leave on Saturday. I would not leave.
No?
No.
You would stay where?
I would want to be at the house. I would want to be there. And maybe this would have happened.
If you had your mom in front of you right now, what would you tell your mom?
That I loved her very much. And that she's the most important person in the world to me. And there isn't anything I wouldn't do for her. And I'm glad she was home. And then I would hug her and let her go. And sit down with her. It's the first time she ever talked to me.
What she will tell you by you telling her those words, what would be her reaction?
She would cry and tell me that she loved me.
And you the youngest?
Yeah.
You're the baby?
There's 9 years between me and Judy.
So your mama's little girl.
Mm-hmm. And she's my mommy.
Mom will always be mom.
She's not my mom. She's my mommy. She's always been my mommy.
I'm trying to get you guys
There
back
is
together.
no, I have never ever wanted to disappoint her or make her unproud of me and I know that on a couple occasions I have disappointed her and it killed me.
If you ever had an opportunity in your life to be able to make up for any wrongdoing or any mistakes, no matter how small the mistakes been into the biggest one, to make things right, how will you do it again? How will you make it up to her? How will you make it up to her?
I would marry my ex-husband.
To start with, right?
That's the biggest one.
Sorry.
That's the biggest thing. She was very disappointed when I married my ex-husband. And then the substance abuse that I had, she was very disappointed. I know I blamed it on my ex-husband, but I wouldn't do that. Those have been my two biggest regrets in my life, because I know those have been two biggest things that disappointed her.
Amy had not one, not two, but 3 DUIs on her record. In 2009, she was pushed out of her job and given a severance package because her reported substance use was making her erratic. She switched her job and became a 911 operator, but was fired after getting 3 DUIs within 3 months and being sentenced to 22 days in jail. At the time of the final DUI incident, she was on 4 different non-prescribed medications. After her first husband divorced her, she moved in with her mother. And from there, it seems the addiction never stopped.
Well, did you find your mom? She's been at the house the whole time?
My mom's been at the house the whole time.
But she's dead.
What?
Your mom been at the house this whole time, and she's dead. She passed.
No. No, 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 no!
She's been in the backyard the whole time.
No!
I would hardly call that curling up in a ball forever, but she did manage to give a bit of a performance at least. As police combed the property, they came to shocking revelations. It wasn't just Mrs. Hawkins' body which was buried in a shallow grave with fake flowers on top, but the fact that her missing items were scattered throughout the home. Someone had thrown her daily medication and her toothbrush over the back fence. Her winter clothes, which had been made to look like they were taken to Colorado, were upstairs in a suitcase, hidden in the attic. Inside, police also found zip ties and duct tape, which were likely used to secure her body in the trash bags, television cable, and pink blanket that she was wrapped in.
She was buried in the backyard. No. She was buried in the backyard the whole time. No. And flowers placed on top of her. No. Your mom is passed, died, is dead. No. And was buried in the backyard of her own house. No. And then they put flowers, not just natural flowers, fake plastic flowers on top of her with fresh soil to make it seem that it was a nice, beautiful garden.
I need you to help me understand.
I'm trying to understand myself. That's the reason why I'm trying to talk to you, for you to be able to tell me without holding anything back and be completely truthful and to figure out what happened to your mom. What's the reason why this happened to your mom?
I don't know of any reason why this would happen to my mother. My mother has never done anything to anybody for them to do that. I know you've never met my mother, but she has never done anything to anybody for them to do that to her. She's a decent, good, Christian woman that would give you her shirt off of her back. There is nothing she wouldn't do for her friends. My mother didn't deserve that, and there is nobody that I know that would do that to her, or would have any reason to do that to her. I don't know anybody she's made mad. I don't know.
Apparently, the apple did fall far from the tree in this case. Truly, Mrs. Hawkins had no enemies. She was a hard-working, lovely woman who wanted nothing more than to help her community, play with her grandson, and attend church. Which is exactly why police need to nail down a precise motive with their only suspect.
You guys ever argue about money? About finances?
No.
Accusing Mom, you spending too much money. Amy, you spending too much money.
No. We never did. I have absolutely no idea what's doing right now.
They use your other part to help me. To be able to understand this, Amy.
I don't even understand this. How can I help
What
you?
person took out the time and energy to hurt an innocent, older female who lost her daughter very much, her daughters. I know she loved her older daughter.
Yeah.
How many kids she has total? How many?
2.
2. Who loves both her little girls very much. Will do whatever she can for her daughters. And this is the way that her life ended.
I don't know.
Hurt and buried in her own backyard. And then put soil on and then fake flowers. And really, damn, and somebody really thought this through.
I don't know. I don't know.
But then the thing is that they thought it through, but then just forgot a couple of legal details. That person thought that he or she thought of everything, but left a couple of details out.
Well, that's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Very good thing. Because that's when the forensic part opens up, the evidence part opens up.
Right.
We'll be able to put everything together
Right.
and put that puzzle together.
Right.
That's 10.
That's a good thing.
Very good thing.
But I don't know anybody that would do that. And I'm certain my mother doesn't know anybody who would do that.
Right now, Amy, your mother was murdered. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
I know that.
I'm asking you some simple questions that I got the facts to follow to be able to sustain it. And you're still lying to me.
I'm not lying.
Your mom was murdered in her own house, wrapped up in garbage bags, and buried in the backyard.
I don't need to know this.
And then they were decent about it to put soil, fresh soil, and then put some flowers on it, on her grave.
Remarkably, police found little to no DNA evidence linking Amy to her mother's body. This is likely because, as they're about to propose, the person who killed Mrs. Hawkins had plenty of time to get rid of evidence.
The person who did that has more than enough time to do and plan this. The person who did it had a reason why to do it. Your mom wasn't picked randomly. She was targeted. And the person who committed this knew your mother. And your mother knew that person. Your mother found something out about that person and confronted that person. And this is what happened. This is the result of that confrontation. That person knows that time is on their side and took their time to clean everything up, wrap your mom's body in plastic garbage bags, go to the backyard, dig a hole,
Please.
drag your mom's body
Stop.
to that hole,
Please stop.
and bury her. And probably out of respect, let's put some fresh soil on it and some fake flowers, some plastic flowers on it.
Please
Amy, you
stop.
gotta talk to me, Amy. You have to talk to me, Amy.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
You have to talk to me, Amy.
I'm talking to you. I did not have anything to do with that.
You need to stop talking. You need to stop lying. You need to stop telling me everything that you know. And you're meaning to be completely honest with me for the sake of your mother, Amy. For the sake of your mom. Now is the time, Amy, that you know that mom is not going to come back home. You have an opportunity to stop being honest with me and fix things up and be completely honest with me for us to be able to do our job. That's the only thing I can tell you, Amy. That's the only thing I can say.
I don't know anything about any of that. I don't know anybody who would do that. I certainly wouldn't do that, especially to my own mother.
I have people sit in this same chair
I know.
telling me the same thing.
I
Amy.
know. I know.
And you can't even be sincere with me about some other questions that I have asked you. I had to give and more and put more on the table for me to be able to get it out from you.
I had nothing to do with what happened to my mother. I don't know anybody that would do that to my mother. I do not have confrontation with my mother. I would benefit none from this. At all.
Judy may have been the person in charge of her mother's estate, but Amy would undoubtedly benefit financially from her mother's death. Because although Amy claims she has a job lined up in Ohio, that's not the truth. Amy had no job offer in Ohio at all. All her talk about moving and being a paralegal was completely fabricated. And there's yet another shocking detail of her life that she fabricated.
What I know from these records, I've been a detective for 20 years, all right? Now recently, in the last 10 years, we've had the magic of cell phones. And I tell you what it is cell phone records are accurate. They tell you exactly what it is. It can go up into a court of law. The custodian of records will come and testify and show you how accurate these records are. I've never seen them inaccurate. And this isn't your phone I'm looking at. These are the records from the phone company.
I understand that, but
Okay,
there should be a record
Okay.
from a call from my mother
Shoulda,
and
coulda,
then
woulda.
from me to her.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, there's not.
There should be though.
Okay, but there's not. This is just me, what I'm seeing, okay?
Okay.
So we move on, and now it's Saturday. And Saturday, a lot of what appears to be weird stuff is going on. Your mother buys you a plane ticket. I understand that she'd be more than happy to do that for you, okay? We got a ton of purchases online. We got a wire transaction for $2,500 from your mother's account to yours.
No wire transaction check, but okay.
But you know what I'm saying, electronic transaction.
Mobile
first.
deposit.
Right. So we're talking almost like $5,000 in one day. Okay. Then you say
Wait a
that
minute, no, the 25 that went into my account was for me.
I understand that. I'm just talking amounts of money
But
added
the
up.
purchases, that was with my mother's.
I'm telling you how we're looking at it because it's coming from your phone. This is what Brett's seeing. That's all I'm telling you.
Okay, but she had me.
I heard the whole thing. I
Okay.
know, I've heard you explain it before. I don't want to
Okay.
explain myself now.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So we have all that money that's shifted hands, this is what I'm seeing, on Saturday. Now you say that Carrie and you call one another. I'd have to look at the records, but I don't see that call anywhere. I don't know when you made the plans. I don't know. It sounded kind of spontaneous that you guys decided. So that when I'm thinking around 3 o'clock, you guys decided you were going to get together because you said you were out of the house by 5.
Yes.
Okay? So I'm thinking about at least,
He would have had to.
Afternoon.
He left at 3 in order to be there by 5.
right. So I don't see that communication, and I'll have to double check that one because I don't remember seeing that. We have a dead body.
Please don't.
I'm not going to get into specifics, okay?
He's
I'm assuming that it's your relative, your mother. Okay?
He's already told me.
I know, I'm not going to get into details, but this is what I want to say. A person who breaks into a home, and I don't know if this is what you're thinking or not, a person that breaks into a home and commits a horrible act doesn't clean up like that and then not do anything for advancement. Not only that, they don't make it look like your mother left to go somewhere. That doesn't happen. I can tell you in 10 years of homicide with every presentation I've ever gone to, that doesn't happen. Unless it was somebody close. I'm not saying, Amy, that you did anything. But what I'm saying is with everything I'm seeing, with all these facts and all this craziness going on, it makes me think that you're not giving us everything you know. And I can tell you one thing, the evidence will prevail. It will prevail. There's no getting around it. And for the person that steps into this room and lies and lies and lies and lies, and then at the end, the evidence prevails, guess what? There's no more talking. There's no more saying, this is what happened. It didn't happen like you think. There's no more of that. It's just done.
None of the calls between her and Carrie exist. In fact, the relationship that she claims to have with Carrie doesn't at all exist to the extent that she says it has. In an early interview, Amy claimed that Carrie was her fiancé. In Carrie's own interrogation, he shuts that down hard and fast.
Me and Amy had a relationship, but it was always out on the table that we weren't exclusive or anything like that. Whenever she came over and whatnot, it was just, we were just friends.
Yeah.
We were always friends, and that's just what it was. And it was always said that way. It was always talked about that way. And I told her that if I ever wanted to get serious with anybody in my life ever again, it would be with my ex-wife.
Yeah, I gotcha.
She called me. She was a little distressed and asked me if I would call law enforcement and tell them that I picked her up at 5 o'clock and dropped her off at 11:30, or she was going to be arrested.
Okay, well, she told you this. What were you thinking?
I was thinking that she was having another DUI problem.
And what was your response to her?
I told her absolutely not. I said, there's no way that I could call them and lie to them. And I said, I wouldn't do it anyway. I said, but just so you know, there's no way that they can get away, that I could get away with that.
Needless to say, Amy's fiancé wasn't nearly as ride or die as she expected to be. Amy is left alone in the room for several hours of her 8-hour interrogation. The entire time she maintains her story, that she has had no idea what happened to her mother. Unfortunately for her, that's not going to fly.
Do you know if I'm going to be leaving here tonight?
I'm not sure yet. Okay. It's not my case.
I know.
All right. I have to get with the other detectives and find out exactly what's going on. But to be honest with you, I don't know yet. So.
If I do, am I going to be able to go back to my house, or am I going to have to go back to my dad's?
You can't go back to your house, not yet.
Okay. Is there? The reason I'm asking is, I have a prescription I was supposed to pick up today, and I can't do it without my purse.
Okay.
I need a change of clothes.
Okay.
I mean, there's just certain things I need. I need stuff for my dentures because
Okay.
I've had them in and they're starting to rub me raw.
Okay, I gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, this is it hurts really bad.
Okay.
But I've already missed one medication because I wasn't able to pick it up today.
Okay.
But I can't do that without my purse.
Okay.
And of course, I need my toiletries and clothes.
Okay.
Um,
I'll find out for you.
if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Needless to say, Amy did not leave that night. When she was interviewed again, police had some big questions to ask her, and her answers to those questions are the final nail in the coffin.
Would there be any reason whatsoever that your DNA would be on the plastic bags?
It depends. If they were big black ones, they're in the garage. I touched them.
Okay. What about anything else?
I mean, most of the things out in the garage, me and Mom both touch.
Like what?
We move it around. Blankets, cable, rope, bins, the televisions, Tupperware,
Everything.
coolers, suitcases. I mean, yeah, because we shift and move things all around. We both do it.
You said sheets. What kind of sheets do you move around in the garage?
Blankets. The blankets we use to wrap the
blankets.
pump. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Do we have certain blankets that we use to wrap the pump during the wintertime?
The pump.
Yeah, it's outside and it's kind of it's got a blockhouse around it.
Yeah.
And we use 2 blankets and light that we put in there to keep it from the water from freezing or the pipes from freezing.
The sheet and cable that Amy's mother was wrapped in hadn't been disclosed to anyone, yet Amy eagerly mentioned both of them unaware that those little details are something only the killer would know. In an audio interview shortly after, police confront Amy with the damning evidence that she unintentionally gave them.
You told us that your DNA would be on white wire, be on black bags, be on the green and pink sheet, and be on scuffy rope, right? It'd be on tape.
Yeah, but these things you were asking me whenever I was.
No, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
What you told me, right?
Right, whenever
All this, yes.
stuff when I was out,
Yeah,
different things out in the garage.
These are the things that you named off, right?
Right, out in the garage, yeah.
So you named all these off.
I mean, but there's a lot of other things my fingerprints and DNA would be on out there.
You don't understand. But you know that you just named off everything that your mother was wrapped in.
As a result of this self-incriminating evidence and DNA at the scene, Amy Day was eventually charged with first-degree murder. Leading up to the trial, Amy's story changed, and she ultimately told the jury that she had been on substances and was sleeping at the time her mother disappeared. She was sentenced to life in prison for the senseless murder of her mother, and she remains behind bars to this day.